morning, everyone. Welcome back to another vlog. It's Thursday today. I feel like I just turned a big corner. This week has been so hard, just like mentally. I'm 34 and a half weeks pregnant. It could not be going any more differently than I thought it would. I talked about this so much in my last vlog, but the gestational diabetes is really killing my vibe. It's like making me mentally stressed out, figuring out how much insulin to take, what I should eat, timing like my calories. It's just an added stress. And then on top of that, yesterday I found out I need to get iron infusions. So that's like a whole other thing that's starting tomorrow. Anyway, all that to say, I'm turning a corner. The weather's perfect right now, and I don't think Calgary's gonna have this fall weather for very long. I don't want to be such a negative Nancy to Alex and Suji. Like, I feel like I'm just draining their energy all the time. So I've decided today we're gonna have a good day. So far, it's starting off very strong. My sweet sister treated me to a Starbucks drink today. This is what we're having. It's a matcha latte with whole milk, and then I subbed the sugar for sugar-free vanilla. Coffee's been kind of nauseating to me this pregnancy, so I was craving a matcha latte. We don't have any matcha at home, so Starbucks it is today. So how do you get out of a funk? This morning when I woke up, after we had breakfast with Charlotte and we sent her off to daycare, first thing I did was clean my kitchen. I think this was the dirtiest my kitchen has ever been. We usually run the dishwasher every night, but it had been sitting for 2 days. That's pretty rare, and Alex is actually really good about this, but he's been really tired too. It's just been one of those weeks. Today for lunch, we're gonna have something healthy. I'm thinking of making vermicelli bowls. We have chicken, we have fresh veggies. Like, I think that will just be good for us. And then we don't have any plans tonight. It's gonna be an easy day. In terms of work, I actually feel very highly motivated today. I know I haven't been showing you guys a lot of the behind the scenes of Sailor Paper, but I have been just like cranking out so many new cards and notepads, things for my fall launch, and it's supposed to launch on Monday, but like I'm way too behind. But yeah, it feels good to be like producing things. Ta-da! I've come a very long way, and this does not scare me anymore. I have mostly lettuce in mine, but I still took insulin. The problem is we didn't have Vietnamese fish sauce, so I used tuna sauce. Big mistake. It makes me want to gag even thinking about it. The flavor profile is so different. I don't know how I thought I could get away making a Vietnamese dish without fish sauce today, but I didn't know we didn't have fish sauce. So I'm just gonna mask it with sriracha, and I just used like a soy sauce, rice vinegar, lemon combo instead, but I don't think this is gonna hit like I would have wanted it to hit. Alex says it's good.
Pretty good.
Did you guys notice his hair part is closer to the center? We're in the basement. I was watching an old vlog the other day and I was wearing this Viva shirt. It's just a random free t-shirt I have. I was wearing it during my postpartum videos and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing that I wear the exact same clothes in all my videos. Anyway, we have been at it here for a while. I have about 8 new cards that I'm releasing and I'm so excited for them. I'll just give you a sneak peek of one of them. This is what it looks like. I just went upstairs to make myself a little snack plate because we're reaching that mid-afternoon slump. And look at this. Doesn't that just look gorgeous? Something I'm learning is that there are so many things at the grocery store that say like whole wheat, but when you actually read the label, it has so much sugar. It's basically the same as like white, probably a little bit better, but it's not gonna make a difference to my diabetes. You have to look for whole grain, so it'll say whole grain whole wheat flour or something like that. These crackers right here were only one of 2 in the entire cracker aisle that I could find that had like proper ingredients for what I could eat. Mind you, this was just like a regular superstore. It wasn't like a health store or anything. And the other cracker I got are like chia quinoa crackers, so they don't really have a lot of flour in it. But yeah. You're so silly. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello? Hello?
너 누구야?
수지
진짜
이모.
이모야.
아가.
Well, are you married? He's like, yeah, I'm married, but 2 kids. I was like,
Oh,
There's Suji.
cool.
I was like, but Suji's like, he's so nice. I was like,
I am such a proud mom. So Suji just got back from golfing, and like while she was coming through the door, Charlotte was actually sitting on her toilet. So she has like a little toilet. It's like a plastic kid-sized toilet, and we leave it in our washroom because she likes sitting there when we're using the toilet. We actually had no intention of potty training her. We were thinking about it, but I just like, it just felt so daunting to me considering the baby. But she just took her first poo in the toilet. Like she literally sat down, took off her diaper, and pooed, and she told us that she had to poo. She actually sat and pushed, and it's just like, it's such a big day. Like this is such a big day. He got kicked out of his office. Good morning, happy Friday. Actually almost 10 a.m. and baby girl is still sleeping. We decided to not send her to daycare today. We're just gonna have a cozy day together, mommy-daughter date. I wanna take her to Paris Baguette and do like a little cafe date with her. She did not sleep very well last night, and she actually is sleeping in our bed right now. So last night was a late night. I stayed up past midnight. I was able to order, I think 10 new cards for my shop update. That has all been sent to print. It's so last minute. I can't believe the first day of fall is like this Sunday, and I just sent out my cards. I also have an infusion appointment today. I need to get iron infusions for the next few weeks until I give birth. Another pregnancy thing that has come up. It's a 3 to 4 hour appointment. Thankfully, I can sit in a comfy chair. I'll have my laptop with me. That's happening later this afternoon. So I figured taking Charlotte out of daycare would just make it easier for all of us. Looks like this is a nice Friday day off for me. What a warm welcome home. Hi. Hi, Angela. Books? You're going to read the books. Oh, I'm recording us. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, let's do your nails. Don't move your hand, okay? Don't move your hand.
Yay, finally got you. Thanks for your help, Alex. Oh, whoops. Emo's in one of the giant. Alex, do you remember if I locked my door?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you need thumb hand?
I told
Yeah, and toes. Yeah. But also, if you guys aren't planning on like walking around everywhere.
Did you know your toes are gnarly? All done. We are out for date night, date lunch. My sister's babysitting Charlotte, which is so sweet of her. We're back home. I just realized today's the last day of summer. Tomorrow's the first day of fall. Calgary could not be feeling more fall. Like I'm wearing a knit sweater today. We're spending the rest of the day running some errands. We have to go to the library, Home Depot. Alex is gonna try sanding down and sealing this Facebook Marketplace table that we got when we first moved here. It was $50 and it's really heavy, so it feels really nice, but it is wood veneer. So I don't know what it's gonna be like when we sand it down, but it's just really dirty, and these are the extenders that are really new. You can tell that like this has been really worn, so we wanted to sand it down a bit. I did a little spot test and it seemed okay, so we're gonna give that a try. Emo's looking at plants. I like. want more kumar?
Yeah.
And Koki and Pop?
More cookie pop.
More Koki and Pop.
Alright, so it's the end of the day. Baby girl is taking a bath right now. Alex has been doing all the baths. So I just thought I would sit down for a bit and let you know what's been going on. I know you obviously see it in the vlog, but the past week has been so emotionally draining on me. And I don't know if that really came across, but for one, as you saw, I have to start getting iron infusions. It's not a huge concern, but it's just my levels are really low and they want to catch me up before I give birth in the next few weeks. I think that just caught me off guard because I was already so caught off guard by the gestational diabetes. Honestly, I felt so grumpy going into my appointment. I was dreading it, but then I sat next to like a kid. He was telling me he comes in for 6-hour appointments 1 to 2 times a week to manage his chronic illness. It's really humbling, you know, like it gave me a lot of empathy for people who do need to get intravenous treatments and just any sort of management of something chronic. And so yeah, like mine are so temporary, and yet I'm complaining so much. I really need to shift my perspective and be thankful for the resources I have and for the health of this baby, you know? The other thing that happened was last week, Charlotte actually got bit at daycare. It really upset me. It changed the mood of the house. She got bit on her face. The wound looked really bad actually. I was worried it would get infected, but thankfully it's healing really well. And we're using like a Korean ointment that Chris gave us called badekazor. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's been healing really well. I don't think it's gonna scar. More than like the wound healing, like I just felt like Charlotte would have been so traumatized. Basically, a kid at daycare who's not even in her class came up to her when they were playing outside and just like literally bit her and left. I got a call from the daycare immediately and there was an incident report and everything, but I was aware that biting is something that toddlers can go through because when we were signing her up for daycare, I actually had to sign a biting waiver. They have like a whole protocol for what happens to the victim and then especially for the biter, just like a protocol for how they manage the behavior. It was the first time seeing Charlotte like hurt to that extent, and especially when it happened like outside of my care. And I think the hard part is like, I couldn't really feel that upset at the other kid who bit her because I honestly thought Charlotte would be the biter. When I was signing that waiver, I was thinking like, oh, I hope Charlotte doesn't bite other kids. Never thought she'd be bitten. And so it was just a lot of emotions and thoughts to process. And I think on top of like my hormones and just feeling pretty crappy these days, like it's been a lot. Anyway, I share all this and I wanted to let you guys know what was going on because it's just a real part of my life right now. And I've actually been rewatching some of my newborn vlogs with Charlotte, prepare myself for what it's going to be like with baby number 2. And I really appreciated everything that was documented. This has just been like pretty challenging season of my life, but I know it's still a season of growth and I know God is still doing something. This is like my entire 2025 calendar actually. The theme is about flourishing and blossoming and growing, but a big part of that is like the pruning and the waiting and the watering, and I just feel like God is doing a work in me and my family to prepare us for this next season. It's not to say that life feels so miserable right now, but it's hard. Nothing is feeling so easy right now. And yet every day we do still have like so many good moments and there is so much to be grateful for. I wanted to end the vlog here. I'm so thankful that you guys are here supporting this channel, following along on this life that doesn't feel that exciting sometimes, but I'm grateful to be able to share it. Yeah, I hope it encourages you in some way. See you in the next one. Bye.